You can begin gently awakening your third eye right now just by watching this video. And if you stay with me until the end, I will show you how to deepen the experience and troubleshoot what might be blocking this very special chakra. The practice and protocols I am about to guide you through are not about forcing anything open or forcing an experience. This is about gentle activation, safety, and listening to your body. Hi everyone, I'm Esther Bartkiw. For over 21 years, I have been helping people remember who they truly are beneath the layers, the stories, and the noise of this lifetime and beyond, so that the real you can emerge untamed and free, including your third eye and all of your senses. If you appreciate personal and spiritual growth content, please take a moment to like this video. All right, let's begin by gently tapping the space between your eyebrows. This is your third eye point. Use 2 fingers, either hand, very lightly. This should feel soothing, not intense. Now, as you continue tapping, let's weave in some affirmations to support this process. You can say these out loud or silently inside. I gently awaken my third eye. I give my third eye permission to open at the pace that is right for me. I'm curious and open to connecting with my inner awareness. Please continue tapping for about 1 more minute and then stop. While you're tapping, I'd like to talk to you about what the third eye is. The third eye is often associated with the pineal gland, a small pine cone-shaped gland that's located in the center of the brain. It's sometimes referred to as the seat or the seed of the soul. On a physical level, the pineal gland helps regulate circadian rhythms and sleep-wake cycles through melatonin production. On an energetic and spiritual level, the third eye chakra is associated with intuition, inner vision, insight, clarity, and perception beyond the physical senses. Rather than something mystical or something out there, the third eye is really about how clearly you perceive yourself, life, and the truth of what is happening around you and beneath the surface. All right, next step. Place the heel of your palm gently over your third eye and softly rub in small circles for about 60 seconds. While I speak to the third eye as part of the main 7 chakra system, which runs in a vertical column through the center of your body. At the bottom of the chakra pillar is your root chakra, base of the spine. It's red. It's about safety and grounding. Then the sacral, which is below the navel. It's orange and about creativity and emotion. Solar plexus. This is the chakra of the upper abdomen, yellow, your personal power. Then the heart chakra, your center of your chest. It's green. It is love. It's connection. The throat chakra is blue. It's in your throat. It's about truth and expression. The third eye, what we're working with today, between the eyebrows, it's indigo. It's about intuition and perception. And the crown chakra at the top of your head, violet, white. It's a spiritual connection. There are many other chakras in your body, including the palms of your hands, but these 7 form your central pillar. When these chakras are aligned, clear, and moving at a similar rhythm, energy can move smoothly through your system. This kind of balance naturally supports the awakening of your third eye. Okay, we've done the tapping and the rubbing. The third step is focusing on the spot between your eyebrows, but as the pineal gland. which is located in the center of your head. The third eye chakra is right in front of your pineal gland. And here's an exercise you can do right now to locate the center of your head. I learned this technique decades ago from a man called Jim Self. So imagine a line going from the space between your eyebrow straight to the back of your head. Now imagine another line going from the top of your left ear to the top of your right ear. And where those two lines intersect, right in the middle, is the area of your pineal gland. You don't need to perceive or see this perfectly. Just get a sense of that space and connect with that space as we will use it in today's gentle opening of the third eye. Now, with your awareness at the center of your head, you got it? We're going to hum. Hum in that area to gently awaken the third eye. The humming activates the vagus nerve, which helps calm the nervous system. And when the body feels safe and relaxed, it becomes much more receptive to energetic opening. So what you will do is you'll take a breath in, focus on the center of your head, and you hum on the exhale. So you can begin that process and let the vibration move through your third eye area or the center of your head. And for some of you, you will feel like it's the same place, and that's fine. And for others, they might feel the third eye and the pineal gland are two different places, and that's great as well. And let's do this for 5 rounds. All right? Okay, well done. Open your eyes, bring your awareness back into the room. I've just taken you through the 3 gentle practices to instantly begin to open your third eye. Tapping, rubbing, and then with your focus at the center of your head, humming into that space. As you practice these steps, you might notice warmth in your forehead, flashes of light, colors, sparkles, or even subtle movements. You may feel energy moving elsewhere in your body, even maybe a gurgling or a flowing sensation through your digestive system. Some people feel lightheaded or slightly dizzy. Everything you notice is information for you. So for example, if you see an eye that feels covered or partially closed, that can indicate you've connected with your third eye, but there's a block there. Often a belief-based, emotional, ancestral, or even a past life influence block. And many people that I work with, when they do this exercise, they do see an eye, but they see an eye and it's blinking. It's blinking open, like when you wake up from a sleep, and they can see and perceive and sense that action happening in their third eye chakra. Now, if you just completed the tapping, rubbing, and humming with me, let me know in the comments below what you experienced. And if you didn't notice anything yet, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you or how you did the steps. It simply means that there may be something ready to be explored and gently cleared from your belief and energy system. Most people are interested in opening up the third eye because of benefits, and there are plenty. So let's talk about it. First of all, benefits to your physical and your nervous system. Greater clarity, calmness, better sleep patterns, reduced mental noise. And then there's the energetic, intuitive, spiritual benefits like stronger intuition, stronger gut knowing, clearer decision-making, increased sensitivity to energy without overwhelm, vivid dreaming, astral travel, heightening of all the senses. And as a result of all this, you trust yourself more. You see through lies and confusion faster. You recognize what aligns with you in your life and what doesn't. There's often a quickening of spiritual growth, of awareness, increased consciousness, and the depth of your life experience increases. Now, if your third eye is opening slowly, which honestly I feel is fine and would even suggest is preferable, or if your third eye feels blocked, here's a few common reasons why this might be. It usually means there's something within your system that was learned at some point that it wasn't safe, appropriate, or supportive to be able to see or perceive clearly. These are protective blocks. And usually it's a belief block. And the belief is often something that comes from religious or cultural beliefs. You may have been taught that opening your third eye is wrong, dangerous, against God, or that it invites negative energy in. And if that message lives anywhere in your subconscious or conscious mind, your system will naturally resist opening. Not because you're blocked, but because those beliefs are trying to protect you. Then there's childhood experiences and the decisions that you may have made as a child, especially in the early years. So for instance, as a wee child, you may have naturally had an open third eye, seeing lights and colors and presences or sensing things other people couldn't. And even if nothing bad happened, the confusion alone might have been enough for you to say, well, this is just too much. I don't want that. And in that moment, the third eye closes. And sometimes when a child is open with a wide open third eye, they do have what they perceive to be a scary experience, or maybe they see something and they don't understand it. They didn't get support from their parents. And that child in that moment said, whoa, this is too much. This is scary. Nobody understands what I'm going through. And they make an internal decision of it's safer to not see, and they close the third eye. And then there are past life and ancestral influences. This is another very common source of resistance coming from past life memory. You may have had abilities in another lifetime of insight, intuition, healing, perception. And because of those abilities, you were labeled as strange, weird, dangerous, a witch, an outcast. You may have been ridiculed, rejected, punished, or even harmed. And then in that lifetime, made a vow of, I will never open my third eye again. And those vows can still live in your energy field, even if you don't consciously remember the experience. And then there could be energetic and chakra system factors. Sometimes the issue isn't the third eye at all, it's that your other chakras are misaligned. So for example, if the sacral chakra is pulled off to one side instead of being in the center of your body just below the navel, it can disrupt the flow of energy through the entire chakra column. And when energy can't move smoothly from the root to the crown and the crown to the root, the third eye will not open fully because the energetic system is not stable. This is why sometimes full chakra work is often essential. so that you're not forcing the third eye open, but rather creating the inner conditions where it naturally comes online. So if you're noticing resistance, numbness, partial opening, or nothing at all, that's not a failure, it's information. It's your system showing you where it needs safety, clarity, healing, or permission before it's ready to see more. And the beautiful thing is, once those layers are addressed, the third eye doesn't need to be forced open. It opens organically at the pace that is right for you. 15 years ago, I was approached by a man in his 30s from Eastern Europe. His name, Pavel, and he wanted to open his third eye. But he was very concerned because he was told by his family that it's dangerous and evil. And yet he told me that he felt guided to open up his third eye and said his spirit guides told him that it was time. So he came to me for help. He was already willing consciously to open his third eye, but parts of him were weary. Now, the first thing we addressed were the spirit guides that were telling him it was time to open the third eye. I wanted to make sure that these, in fact, were his personal spirit guides with good intentions and not negative entities. And they were his spirit guides. And then we addressed all the things that he was told and learned from his family about third eye awakening. He had already done research and reading on the subject, and he knew that there were many opinions and perspectives. The guidance from his spirit guides held a lot of weight. That's why he wanted to move forward. And then I guided him through an inner journey of connecting with his third eye, speaking to it directly to find out information, like why was it closed? When did that happen? In this lifetime or another? Was it ready to open? How would it help Pavel? What did it need to open? What was standing in the way? And then I facilitated a process with Pavel and his third eye to address all of the blocks that were keeping the third eye closed, to do it together as a team to create unification and support within. It took about 4 or 5 sessions to get the third eye fully open and to get Pavel and his third eye chakra connected in a deep and meaningful way. But right from the first session, there was already an opening and communication. Now, after our work together, Pavel went on his way, enjoying life, working with his third eye. And about 1.5 years later, he wrote me saying, thank you. He said the experiences he was getting from his third eye were incredible. He was having a lot of spiritual visions, nighttime experiences, very deep inner knowings. He met a wonderful woman who he married, and they were planning a family. So a lot of things fell into place for him. When I work with people to open their third eye, the tapping, rubbing, and humming, they can do on their own. I assist with the deep inner work, identifying and removing belief blocks and other obstacles standing in the way. It is a deeply profound process that shines best with people who are already able to access information from within, like Pavel could. Now, if you feel called to open your third eye more fully, to do it safely, gently, with guidance, this is the kind of work I support people with. And if this is something you've been praying about or feeling guided towards, reach out to me via email below. It's a very special process that I do with clients, the third eye awakening. And I will say, please only reach out if you're very serious about this. We'll talk about it first to determine the right next step for you. All right. This is not part of my session package. It is something separate. It's a separate process. And if you would like me to go deeper into third eye activation, the benefits of it, or what might be standing in the way of your third eye opening, please leave a comment below. I love to talk about this topic. Oh, and be sure to watch the video that's appearing on your screen right now. it beautifully complements what we have explored here today.